This is a mechanical arm made of titanium alloy. It is going to be installed on a man who lost both arms in the war. As the mechanical arm is connected to the severed arm, the two are perfectly combined together. With the activation of the electronic nerves inside the mechanical arm, the fingers of the mechanical hand can move freely. The man is stunned by the incredible scene in front of him. Then, he picks up a marble on the table. And the smooth feeling in his hand is surprisingly real. After obtaining the approval of the base manager, he puts the marble in his palm. With a gentle force, the marble turns into glass fragments in the blink of an eye, and the strong vibration of the arm also shocks Ava next to him. Then the man grabs a handful of sand, and finds that the perception of the mechanical arm is even better than the original. While the artificial skin made of spider silk could withstand high temperatures of up to thousands of degrees. At this moment, the man with the mechanical arms suddenly makes a request.
Can I touch your hand?
Ava immediately says no problem. But Vincent suddenly stops him. Because he is afraid that the arms would lose control unintentionally. It might accidentally hurt Ava. But Ava is not worried at all. Then, she slowly places her hand in the mechanical palm. This familiar feeling relieves the man. However, at this moment, something unexpected happens.
James, that's enough. Help me. Area 6.
Then quickly apologize, saying that he is too excited. Although Ava is very puzzled, she still changes the subject and shows us to help the man hide the secret. In order to solve the doubts in her heart, Ava finds the location of the 6th district in the system that night. But the information inside requires password verification. So, she secretly sneaks into the 6th district, but is terrified by what she sees. A large number of disabled soldiers are imprisoned here, and they are being monitored like prisoners. Ava is unaware that she would pay a heavy price for her curiosity. Ava secretly sneaks into the secret area of the base, only to find out that many disabled soldiers were jailed here, living in a dark and gloomy environment, have to cooperate with the base for human experiments. Ava is shocked by everything in front of her. So she finds the supervisor, Vincent, and raises her doubts. Vincent tells Ava that this base has many secrets that couldn't be revealed. And if she doesn't want to be harmed, she shouldn't inquire any further. Then, on the way home, Vincent reveals the truth about his work here. He is tired of inhumane experiments. And the only reason he stays here is to make an artificial brain for his terminally ill daughter, so that his daughter could live a normal life. However, at this moment, a person in a red robe suddenly appears not far away. Thinking that he is looking for the family of a disabled soldier, Ava hurriedly inquires. But unexpectedly, the next second a dagger stabs into Ava's stomach. Vincent is knocked unconscious by the person who appears behind him. Ava dies on the spot. And the mastermind behind this event is the head of the experimental base, Thompson. Since Ava discovered the secret of District 6, he is put on Thompson's hit list, because he couldn't allow the secret of human experiments by the base to be leaked. So he arranged for a hitman to kill Ava. Later, Thompson finds Vincent, and tells him that the two of them were attacked by enemy agents, and he will send 2 people to ensure Vincent's safety. Vincent knows that all of this was done by Thompson, but for the sake of his daughter, he chooses to knuckle under again. Later, Thompson even asks Vincent to make a robot based on Ava. Vincent could only agree to integrate the consciousness that Ava has saved earlier into the electronic brain. Then he puts the electronic brain into the robot's body. After the two are matched, the nanometer blood is then transported throughout the robot's body. When all the blood is transported, a humanoid robot with flesh and blood is completed. Then, Vincent uses a scalpel to cut the outer protective film and completely opens the protective film on the head. The bionic robot looks exactly like Ava. Afterwards, Vincent gives the startup command, and the robot Ava is activated. It is thought that the robot will attack indiscriminately according to the command. But Ava behaves very kindly, even afraid of hurting anyone. Thompson, the base head, is very dissatisfied, because the purpose of this experiment is to create a war machine, in order to activate Ava's killing desire. Thompson directly brings the killer who killed Ava in front of her. But in the face of the killer who killed her, Ava's reaction is unexpected. Scientists uses Ava's consciousness to create a bionic robot. However, when the bionic being sees the killer who has murdered her, she only roars at him. Thompson is greatly dissatisfied, so he orders his subordinate to throw a dagger. But facing the killer's crazy attack, Ava just tries her best to defend it, only making the killer lose mobility. So to stop his attack. Meanwhile, Vincent's daughter is already critically ill, so he has no choice but to back up her brain onto a computer first. Although the doctors try their best to save her, Vincent's daughter passes away, unfortunately. Grieving deeply, Vincent returns to the laboratory to release his emotions. Ava appears and comforts him, making Vincent realize that Ava's reaction is unusual. Vincent quickly enlarges Ava's pupils, and is surprised to find that all the stored photos inside are of himself. It means Ava not only possesses advanced learning capabilities, but also has emotions. However, when Vincent reports this news to Thompson is uninterested. Instead, he orders Vincent to remove Ava's consciousness chip. He only needs a killing machine. Since Vincent does not cooperate with Thompson, he even threatens to delete Vincent's daughter's brain data. Under the coercion, Vincent could only remove Ava's consciousness chip as requested by Thompson. But after Vincent finishes the operation, Thompson breaks his promise and wants to delete Vincent's daughter's brain data. And also locks Vincent up in a small dark room. Then, they test Ava. After the surgery, Ava's instinct to kill is perfectly triggered. In the blink of an eye, she knocks down several soldiers. In order to ensure the experiment's success, he has to conduct one final test on Ava. He asks his subordinates to tie up Vincent and bring him over, then asks Ava to aim a gun at Vincent. Ava immediately pulls the trigger, but there are no bullets in the gun. Just when they think the experiment is successful, a researcher unexpectedly discovers that Vincent has taken out the backup power supply for the locator, but not consciousness chip. Immediately, he reports the discovery to Thompson. When Thompson watches the test video, he sees Ava showing a strange smile, realizing that the robot has learned to lie and disguise. Thompson immediately orders to surround Ava and Vincent. At this time, Ava has already rescued Vincent. He quickly goes to the control room to retrieve his daughter's brain data. But just as the data is about to be transferred, the researcher points a gun at him and orders him to destroy the controller. At this moment, a man with bionic arms appears and punches the researcher's arm. Dismiss him right away. Meanwhile, Ava has attracted all the attention. And although the soldiers' firepower is fierce, Ava, who is invincible, kills them one by one. Seeing this, Thompson throws a grenade at Ava, but she quickly picks it up and throws it back. Ava rushes into the room after. Then she kills Thompson. Ava saves the brain data of Vincent's daughter. Due to the CPU's explosion, the experimental base no longer has the possibility of creating new robots. Vincent's daughter can only live in the computer. Watching Ava standing in the sunset, Vincent knows that the era of robots has arrived.